Hey there guys, welcome to my two-part discussion between breaking down Evilswarms and breaking down Constellars. Obviously, these two decks are new and are still missing some support, but for now, I'm just going to break down each, how they are now and how they will be later on after Tachyon Galaxy comes out. Alright, I'll start off with Evilswarms. Evilswarms. The deck everybody was scared of during the Synchro era, I guess. Alright, so the main Evilswarms everybody uses is Evilswarm Mandora, Caster, and Thunderbird. And of course, our vanilla Heliotropes. Which doesn't, I guess it counts, but mostly is used for the rabbit. And pretty good cards. I mean, you got a Cyber Dragon, basically. At any time, you can special summon itself, as long as you have less monster. An extra summon, and somebody who couldn't escape stuff, except during the battle phase. So, and of course, the vanillas for the rabbit. I feel like this deck has a lot of level 4 support. I mean, rank 4 support. And when Krakion comes out, I feel like there will be a 6 rank there. I mean, a 6 monster. So we have basically 6 monsters that are able to perform a level 4 exceed. Obviously, you must have to. They have to come off with, Mandora, Caster, Rabbit, or Krakion, which would be releasing a new set. So we have 4 options of double summoning, basically. And now we have the Xyzs. We have Evilswarm Nightmare, which is pretty good. I feel like a lot of people are just overlooking this card. And I know a lot of people only run 1 or 0, but it's a pretty good card. Thanos, which is also somewhat overviewed because of their brother Evilswarms, which are a lot better, but these are still good cards to have in your deck, especially if you have the room. I mean, like, why not? And they could be made by any 2 dark monsters, so they don't even have to be Evilswarm monsters. Alright, so we have a Bahamut, Evilswarm Bahamut, which is Big Eye. But the only thing is, you need to use Evilswarm monsters to make it. Same thing for Ophion, you need Evilswarms. So obviously, Ophion is always going first turn. You gotta search your spell or trap, whatever. We have an automatic Big Eye that could attack. So they're still good cards, and that's why the deck is somewhat overpowered. But this day and age, everybody's synchroing, so Ophion is not really a problem. And of course, Evilswarm Ouroboros, which is pretty good. It either bounces a card back to the hand. Well, I forgot what it does. Let's see. Target 1 card your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. So it could be any card, not just a monster. Send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, or target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. So basically it has the same effects as Drusilla, which is pretty good. I mean, it's there for the option. But mostly everybody uses just Ophion and Bahamut. You can tell why. And of course, now we have the traps. Infestation Pandemic, the Forbidden Lance on steroids, as everybody calls it, because it protects all your Evilswarm monsters. And in this build, you only have Evilswarm monsters. Mostly everybody's using Evilswarms plus a rabbit. And so this protects everything, besides your XYZs. And then, the searching cards of the deck. We only have 2, which kind of makes me not want to play the deck because of the search power. I mean, Ophion is a search power card, but it could get effect veilered or, Fiendish Chain or something. But you chain Fiendish, you're still wasting a card, which doesn't seem like it is. And this card is also somewhat bad. So, we have 1 reinforcements in the army, which you only have 3 targets of. And that will be Caster, because he is the only warrior we have. So, these are basically the cards we have, the searching. This is a somewhat okay card until you get MST'd, because the cost... Well, let me read it to you first, if you guys don't know what it does. Once per turn, you can shuffle 1 Evilswarm monster from your hand to or face up on your side of the field into the main deck, and add 1 Evilswarm monster. Well, add 1 Elswarm monster All these cards have to do with Evilswarms. So basically, it could be Evilswarm, Steelswarm, and the cost is putting back the monster back into your deck before searching. So let's say they MST this, you just went -1 plus this. So you went -2, and you know if you go, I don't know. If you do this in end phase, it's actually a lot better doing it in the end phase because they can chain. Well, they could chain MST from the hand, but it's less likely to happen. But it still does. So just remember that this is a -2 if it gets MST'd while you pay the cost. The cost you don't have to activate the cost as soon as you activate it. You could wait a while. But if you do activate and they chain MST, you lose 2 cards. You lose this and the monster that was on your field or in your hand. And I feel like Evilswarms go 2- because of that. I mean, they are a good deck. I'm not going to say they're bad. But I like decks that give you pluses. And I feel Evilswarms don't do that consistently. I mean, your opponents do have to waste resources to get rid of them. But you're also in a bad area. And now we're talking about the outside support for Evilswarms. And some of these might not be good until later on. But I'll explain why these are good supports. First of all, we have the 2 viruses. You know, obviously this is cited in like 2 to 3 against prophecies and call spells, and you just destroy them because you can make first turn Ophion Surge, activate this during their draw phase, and destroy them. And this, not seeing much play right now because a lot of monsters aren't 1500 or lower. But if you use this against Mermills, it's pretty okay. Discards most of their good cards besides Dragoon. But activate this on the Mermills and they drop Diva, Marksman, Infantry, Gundy, Abyss Lead, I think is 1500 also. So it gets a lot of cards out of their hand, which is good. So that's a plus on the Evilswarms. But yeah. And now we have other cards. I see a lot of OCG playing Dark Arm Dragon, which is fine. You know, you make Ophion and it gets destroyed somehow, and you have this in your hand. Next turn, you summon a Dark Arm, and then you make another Ophion or something, and now you have 3 targets, which is always good. So I feel like Dark Arm is a pretty good card, but during it's dependable because during late game you may not have enough. It's useless unless you draw Kekion and you banish one and then add one back to your hand. Maybe you're able to summon him now. So later on, he might be good, depending on how it changes. Of Lurid Darkness is another good draw power card, especially when all your Evilswarms are dark. And the only non-target you have for this is a rabbit. So this is good. The only bad thing is that there's no way to get your banished monsters back. But I do have a solution for that. That doesn't involve like remaking your deck to add tour guide to try to make Levier to try to get your monsters back, you know. And this is gonna be it. Escape from the different dimension, from the dark dimension. So basically, you target one dark monster that was banished and special summon it. So it's basically a Call the Haunted for banished monsters that have to be dark. So it's pretty good, especially with Krekion's effect. I mean, you banish one, add one back to your hand, normal summon, you would have 2 monsters after that. Activate this, summon maybe you send the caster maybe, or not a caster, well, any monster, and you have 3 level 4s most likely, unless you got torrential, then you just activate this then. And then the last one, which I doubt we'll see most play, but it might be good for a lockdown version of Evilswarms, which is Summoner Monk. And I know what you're gonna say. Why are you adding Summoner Monk? You have so many good magic cards. Doesn't work with Evilswarms, but it does work with other cards that involve 2 dark monsters. And I don't think we'll be getting it until Judgment of Light. So this card may not be good until Judgment of Light. Like it's good, you pitch a dark, whatever. I mean, you pitch a magic card, and you summon anything like him. Or, once we get Kekion will be summoned. He could do his effect, I think. Yeah, he would be able to use his effect and summon, another Evilswarm from your hand. Once he uses his effect, of course, this isn't for first turn, and you have 3 level 4 monsters, and they're all dark, which is another good play. But the one I was talking about mostly was I think it's evil. Is it evil? No, Dark Key Beetle, which comes in Judgment of Light, and it causes a lockdown with other cards. But you know, you can find combos online with Key Beetle, and you could Google it. I'll have a Google link down below to tell you what it does. But I really can't remember its effect. But it can't be destroyed in the battle. It's like a safety. I forgot what it's called. Safe zone. Yeah. So it does like a similar effect to safe zone, and you know it gets your dark engine rolling also, which is always nice. I mean, you can't, if obviously uses effect, you can't make Ophion or Bahamut, but you still have other options with this, and especially that it makes it a dark as a lot of synergy with a lot of decks. I mean, a lot of synergy with the deck. Right. So that's about it for Evilswarms. I feel like Evilswarms are okay. They do go minus, but they make your opponent waste resources to get rid of monsters and stuff. Especially if you open first turn Ophion and they're running like Elemental Dragons or Chaos Dragons. They have to waste resources to get rid of this, because if they don't, they're going to lose. And the only out I see for Evilswarms, I mean Elemental Dragons get out of this, is Blaster or Dark Hole. Or that's about it, because if they chain any, well, they can't. If they're attacking before the battle phase, you activate Infestation, because they might. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, they could destroy during the battle phase, but I doubt a lot of E-Dragons are playing Forbidden Lands. And I know that you people thinking this deck is going to be bad when Judgment of Light comes out because of that Flying Sea card. Just add an Effect Veiler. I mean, I'm pretty sure the OCG players and the new Evilswarm players are adding at least 2 Effect Veilers into the deck. All you need to do is side in a Army Arm, because it is a level 3. And plus your Effect Veiler makes a tuner, you know. Then you summon him and add Armory Arm to him. Now you have a 3,550 beater. That when it destroys a monster, they lose life points equal to that monster's attack. So I feel like it might be getting better, but it's always the luck of the draw. And Flying Sea is kind of broken because it is used against mostly Constellars and Evilswarms. Because Elemental Dragons, you say, oh, it's good against Elemental Dragons, but they could just normal summon one of their dragons and sacrifice the Flying Sea. So, but this isn't a discussion about Flying Sea. So, I'll be up with part 2, talking about Constellars. So stay tuned.